Yeah. Grab your tea, take a seat. Let's talk truth and healing. No need to retreat. From heartbreak to triumph, from pain to praise. With Bunky at the table, we're lighting the way. She's walked the road, felt the rain. Still found sunshine through the pain. With every story, a soul set free. This is tea time with Bunky, your safe space to be. It's real talk, it's love, it's truth you'll find. With Bunky by your side, you can speak your mind. From the heart of the struggle to the power of grace.
Welcome to Tea Time with Bunky. This is Reggie. Hi, Ben. All right.
Welcome to Tea Time with
Welcome to Tea Time with Bunky. This is super recent. Welcome to Tea Time with Bunky. I missed you guys. I really did. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Tea Time with Bunky. Welcome to Tea Time with Bunky. I appreciate you all for tuning in to Tea Time with Bunky. Those that are new to Tea Time with Bunky, welcome. Enjoy the ride. Welcome to the Tea Time family. For those that have been with Tea Time with Bunky for the last 4 years, 3-4 years. Thank you for your support, because it is because of you that Tea Time with Bunky is still growing strong today. You can catch Tea Time with Bunky every Thursday at 7 p.m. on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. And as we get closer to elections, we'll be doing Political Tuesday, which is Tuesday at 7 p.m. YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, where normally I have my special guest, Rashad, from In the Studio with the Rec Boys, or we'll have political candidates come on and, they'll tell, whatever they want to tell, so join in with that. A little bit about Tea Time with Bunky is more than just a show. Okay. It's a safe and welcoming space where everyone can share their stories and life journeys, from survivors and advocates to community leaders and everyday voices. No story is too big and no story is too small. Each episode dives deep into topics that matter, from social issues and politics to self-healing and transformation. So welcome and become a part of the community that believes in the power of sharing and healing power. So that is Tea Time with Bunky. Just in case you didn't know what it was about. My special guest. Oh, if you're not registered to vote, make sure you get registered. Before you know it, it's going to be November. And it's going to be election time. And I don't want you out there scrambling, trying to figure out what you're going to do. So make sure you're registered if it's not too late. So my guest tonight, I've been trying to get her for a minute. Miss Jasmine Lynn is a bold romantic with a moody edge. Just got the edge to her. I behind iShot Studios and iShot Weddings. She's a Catskill native serving the Hudson Valley and beyond. She offers photo, video collections with heirloom albums and folio boxes. Having walked her own road from self-doubt to self-love, Jasmine creates a safe, affirming space for women to see themselves differently, bold, sexy, and true. Her mission, guide you through far into your renaissance. So without further ado, because I want to know all about this, because I am unfortunately that person, Miss Jasmine.
Hello, thank you.
Hey, lady.
Thank you for having me. I'm honored. I'm flattered. My first podcast ever. I usually kind of avoid all that stuff. I'm just I'm a total introvert, believe it or not.
Well, thank you for selecting Tea Time. Thank you so much for being your first, show. So tell people a little bit about you, just a little bit.
So my name is Jasmine Lynn, boudoir photographer, a wedding photographer for the Hudson Valley region of New York. I am a destination photographer as well. I'm looking for destinations out there, guys. I grew up here. I was born in Kansas. I went to school in Liberty. I graduated from there. I got my associate's degree from Sullivan, and then I got my bachelor's from Marist. So kind of everything I did in my life was local, I guess. I left my job like 10 years ago, 11 years ago. I quit my full-time job to chase my passion for being a photographer. It was kind of overdue, I guess. I mean, I was afraid, I was nervous to leave my full-time job, but I just kind of did it with still a part-time job on the side because I really wasn't sure if it was going to work out. But I haven't regretted a minute of it. I haven't looked back. I have 2 beautiful children, a wonderful, wonderful boyfriend / husband, almost there, maybe.
Are we throwing hints out?
And 3 beautiful grandchildren. Yes, I'm a grandma. I'm a grandma.
Okay.
My daughter actually just up and left me and went to Florida, and now I've got to deal with like empty nest again. So I gotta. Yeah, my son still lives with me. He's going to college. So my youngest is in college, and my oldest is free as a bird.
Boys don't leave. For some reason, they leave and come back.
He's leaving. Oh, he has to leave. Yeah, I'm going to throw him out of the nest at some point. Like, I believe in that tough love parenting. I love my children to death. I really do. But they need to get out there
and
do their own thing and live their life and figure it out. Because I wish, I just was telling London the other day that I wish I had the information I have now when I was his age, because I started so much sooner. Maybe I'd be further along. Who knows? But
everything, there's a purpose and a plan, season every time. So you're where you're supposed to be at the moment you are.
I believe in that. The universe is like my guide.
Yeah.
I believe in energy. I believe when, one door opens, another one closes.
Right.
Trusting the process has been really difficult for me in the beginning, but now it's easy, I guess, trusting more.
Because I remember when you left. I remember when you left the job. And I heard you were doing photography. I said, wait, she left the job to take pictures? I couldn't. I'm like, okay.
I know.
All right. But look at you now. But okay. So kudos to you, because I shot weddings and studios and boudoir pictures. I've been all on your page. You're looking through everything because I'm supposed to. And your pictures are amazing. I was going to take a couple. Hey, Chris, in the studio with the Rec Boys. Shout out to In the Studio with the Rec Boys.
Hi there, Catchwreck.
Mr. Catchwreck.
Good evening.
I was going to, take a couple of your pictures, but I'm like, I don't know. People might not. To show your work.
This is what upsets me the most, is that there is lots of times, many times, that I will post something on Instagram, Facebook. I don't even really care what platform it is. And they flag my stuff. I'm violating community guidelines, and they will say that they're not promoting it, or they won't post, like other people can't come across it. But if they find me somewhere, they will, sorry, that was my dog.
No, it's fine. I've had dogs jump on laps, everything. Cat appearances is fine.
They will, what was I saying? I totally forgot.
How you get flagged?
I get flagged all the time for the content that I put out. Sometimes they'll restore it when I appeal it, and sometimes they don't. They tell me, and I don't post anything nude, for that reason. But I still get flagged. I used to think that people were reporting me, but I don't think that's the case. I think it's just somehow I'm on the sensitive list, and everything I do gets flagged. So
I've been flagged. I
believe it. I mean, when you start talking about politics and things like that, and you start talking about
this wasn't even politics. It wasn't even politics. It's crazy. I'm like, are you kidding me right now?
Oh gosh.
Like, because you look at some of the things people post, right? And you're like, and I got flagged. And
I go through that a lot. Sometimes I will screenshot something. I know this sounds like maybe I'm a Karen for doing this, but I will even, I will report it. I report it. It's like, well, God, if people are reporting my stuff, because there's some stuff that comes across my feed that I can't even believe has made the internet surf the world out there. When my stuff gets flagged, it's a huge pet peeve for me. My biggest gripe about social media. I don't think it's fair. It's super
not.
like not
Not fair.
consistent for
No.
the you know, for another reason. They're not consistent at all.
No.
So it's very upsetting, I think, for business owners, especially. And then I look at other boudoir photographers on their page, and I'm like, are they getting flagged? And I've messaged some of them before, and they say yes, but I'm like, well, I don't want that. I want all the green check marks.
Have you found that when you reported people, because I've reported extremely offensive things that I've seen, and then I get something back that it didn't go against their regulations? Have you ever seen that?
Yes.
I was like, are you kidding me?
No, I've come across some crazy stuff, and I can't, like I said, I just can't believe it's out there and people are looking at it and watching it, and it's not being flagged or whatever, taken down, but whatever. I mean, I found my ways around it.
Yeah.
The one thing that I do that I've learned is I keep a separate page. Like if you guys don't know, I have a couple of Instagrams. People always ask me, well, which one is it? I like to keep all my stuff separate. I like to keep my boudoir on one page. I like to keep my weddings on another page. And then I have my page that's for me. So
the real Jasmine Lynn.
Real Jasmine Lynn, yeah.
Yeah, I see. I haven't gone across the bottom. Okay, so forget about those people. Let's get into it.
Forgot.
Okay.
They piss me off though.
Huh?
They piss me off though.
Yeah, because it's really annoying. I can't stand social media in all real life. If I didn't have my show, I would be off the grid. Nobody would ever know where I was. That's what I wish I could do. Now, for those meeting you tonight for the first time, what's the heartbeat? What is the main thing behind iShot photos and studios and weddings? What is the heart? Why do you do it?
So I think that's two components, because I have the boudoir and then I have the weddings, right? So my reasoning for
the studio is just different. That's a whole different element. That's just in the studio.
That's boudoir would be in the studio. It could be outdoors. It could be a location, which I've done. I've done all those things.
Yeah.
But I always liked having the studio because it's hard to, you know, find a place to shoot when you're trying to shoot intimately, when you're trying to shoot a more sensual session. You don't want to be, a lot of people, they want to be in public, not public. I don't want to say that. They want an outdoor shoot. And I always have to warn clients, we're going to be outside. People do look, they do stop and stare. So
I've seen some. I went on your page and I've seen some outside ones.
Yeah. I mean, and I've had to find some pretty remote locations to kind of get away with it, because it makes you feel awkward. You're awkward. Yeah. You're kind of naked. You're in a, you know, this past shoot that I did a few weeks back, I went to Narrowsburg and met a woman. She was from the city and had a house up here, and she lived near this little river, and she wanted to shoot in the river because she never sees anybody down there. She always, you know, would walk the road, and it's so quiet. There's nobody there. We do her photo shoot, and I think an old couple walks by, and then some guy in his truck pulls over and tries to watch from over here. It's just, people are crazy. But yeah, I mean, the heart of boudoir for me is that I really wanted to, I want women to feel good about their body. I think that we're subjected a lot to body shaming. Use this cream to make your stretch marks go away. Take this gel or powder and get rid of your cottage cheese. And, you know, and really it's more like, if you just eat healthier and you change your lifestyle a little bit, all that stuff will kind of organically happen, and you don't need the powders and the gels and the lotions and the makeup. I mean, I love makeup. I don't wear makeup. I will wear mascara sometimes, but that's only because I can't stand the way it feels on my face. I hate what it does to my face. You know, the breaking out. So for me, it was, I want women to feel beautiful in their natural state, however they are right now. And if they're not happy with themselves right now, do something that will get you to see yourself, because I think that's half the battle, is to be able to see yourself in a different way. Oh, wow, that I really don't look that bad. Wow, wow, my ass looks great. You know, and the whole mindset starts to shift, and then they start to feel like, oh, I can do this. Oh, this feels good. I have a little more confidence now, I think, because I've had women book 2, 3, and 4 shoots, and each time they come back,
Boudoir
it's
shots.
yes, yep. I've
And
had women.
there were other stuff I was going to get before this, but we're jumping to the meat of the this right here, because I was going to try to ease my way into this, but we're here, so we're going to stay here. So, in your words, right? Because boudoir is healing.
Mhm.
What is it, and what do people get wrong about it? Like, what's the misconception about it?
So boudoir is it's a French term that means in a woman's bedroom, right?
Okay.
It's her space in a room. It could be a closet, but it might be her boudoir, meaning that's
Okay.
where she gets dressed or that she gets makeup and freshened up. And the idea of women going into a bedroom or a closet or a bathroom or whatever to freshen up is to make themselves feel better because they want to, put on their lipstick or touch up their makeup. The idea of that is to feel better, right? Or
Okay.
to build some sort of confidence, whether we're doing it with the lipstick or the mascara, whatever,
Right.
going and checking ourselves out in the mirror, we're kind of affirming that we look okay, right?
Right.
So that's what the boudoir means, French term. And um, that's what it means. A lot of times people get it wrong because I feel like they hear bedroom and they think sex. It's
Mhm.
all about sex, and it's not really about sex. It's about being sexy.
Okay.
It's about being alluring. It's about feeling more confident in the skin that you're in. But
Mhm.
I hate that when people think that it's about sex. And I've had inquiries before. Will you photograph me? And I'm like, I won't even say it out loud for the sake of the podcast, but they say things that I'm like, yeah, okay, creeper. Nope, thanks. I don't do that stuff. Like I have to
Right.
pretend that I don't even, but whatever. I mean, that I guess it just comes with the territory, like an occupational hazard.
Right.
So
So how do you define like sexy or romantic to you? Like, what, when somebody comes to you and they want these boudoir shots, right? How do you get them in the mindset where they feel sexy or attractive or like um in their own skin? How do you, somebody like
well,
me, let's say somebody like me came to you and you see I'm a mess, I'm all over the place, right?
yeah.
How would you make someone like me feel comfortable?
So I have this consultation question sheet that I always go
Okay.
by when I meet with new clients. And I'll always ask them, why are you here? And who are you doing this for? And have you done it before?
Okay.
So I'm going to start with you. Why are you here, Kenitha? Why do you think you want to do a boudoir shoot? Because
To see if I can do it.
to see if you can do it. Okay.
Good.
Are you doing this? Are you doing it because you want to do it as a gift for someone else or a gift for yourself?
For herself.
For self. Perfect. So can you tell me 3 things that you love about your body?
No.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. And you know what? This is the part where everybody gets stumped. They always say, "Oh my God, good question." And some people just rattle off a few things. Um, but I really feel like that question right there is pivotal in knowing where their mindset is, because I don't want people to come to me thinking I'm going to change their body or I'm going to edit their rolls and make them their size 12 and they want me to edit them to look like a size 2. I'm not doing that.
Okay.
So I always look for the realistic response, and they'll tell me, what do you love about your body? There's got to be 3 things you love about, and it could be anything. It could be the clavicle. Like one of my favorite parts of my body is my clavicle up here. Yep. When I have a nice shirt on, I can see like my muscle tone. I've had people tell me their wrists, they love their wrists. Yep. Boobs, butt, booty, eyes, hairs, always popular ones.
Hmm.
Yeah. So if you really start to think about the things you actually love instead of the things that you hate, because
Right.
that's an easy one. I've even reversed it sometimes. Well, tell me 3 things you hate about your body.
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Okay, I got these rolls going on.
Right, exactly.
I got
Everybody's so quick to answer.
yeah, like I got a lot of things I don't like. The whole lot.
Right. But I do think that when I'm asking these questions, they genuinely think about it, and then I get a really genuine, authentic response. And again, it doesn't have to be the things that you would think that people say all the time, my boobs, my butt, my legs. Sometimes it's these oddball, my belly, the way my belly and my hip come together. I like this little space right here. I think that's really sexy. I swear to God, swear to God.
Oh wow. Okay. So they really be in the mirror.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people, I mean, either they're in the mirror or they're not sure, but they take time to think about it. Then my other question is, tell me 3 things, give me 3 words that describe the feeling you want to have after making this sort of investment. Because it's an investment, I'm not going to lie. Some people
Right.
come to me
Yeah,
and
that's
they're like,
another.
"Oh my
That's
God."
a question too. I had for you. That's a question.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hi,
hello,
Christina.
Christine. Um, are you asking me that question? You're not asking me that question, right?
No, it was just
Oh,
one of
okay.
those.
Like,
Yeah. No,
but that's a
but you
good.
can
That's a
answer if
good.
you want.
What would I want to take away from that? I would want to feel confident. Um, I would want to feel beautiful and unstoppable.
Those are great words, and those are great feelings to feel after you
But a
do
camera
something.
can't bring that,
What?
right?
What'd you say?
I said the camera can't do that for me though, can it? Can
Yes,
it?
they can. You just have to
Okay.
trust the process.
Right. Trust
You
the
have to trust the
journey.
process. Jump outside. That's another thing, stepping outside of your comfort zone. I mean,
Yeah.
when if you're in your comfort zone and you don't ever leave it, how do you ever experience things that you think you want to experience? I believe in my heart that every woman, whether they think they do or not, I think every woman would love to experience a photo shoot like this.
Yeah.
I do.
I would. As scared and scary as I am, I think I would want to do it, but it would definitely, without a shadow of a doubt, be with a female only, you
Yeah,
know.
some women prefer
Yeah.
female photographers, and I've come across women that I haven't shot that have said that that they prefer a man. I mean, and that's
Mhm.
fine.
Right.
Um, I mean, there's lots of great male photographers out there. I don't know if you ever heard of Matt Matthews. I follow him. He's great.
Mm.
He's funny as hell.
Mhm.
Sometimes a little obnoxious, but it makes me laugh. He's a farmer. His day job, he's really a chicken farmer. And he had when I went to Alabama to shoot a wedding,
Mhm.
because he actually has a studio in Birmingham. I almost booked a shoot with him, but he wasn't available on the day that I was going to be in Birmingham because he only shot on certain days. I wasn't there yet on the day he was there, and I wasn't able to get him when he came back because I was already gone. So whatever. I mean, that's okay.
Do you have to, when you do those type of shots, do you have to do like a special consent? Like, do people have to sign a consent or anything like that? That they
So
don't.
no, it's not required.
Okay.
The only time, like anything that you see on my website, my Instagram, or anything that I post, they've signed a model release or a photo release,
Okay.
allowing me to post it. That way, if something were to happen to them, I have legal rights to post these, profit off of them, market them.
Mhm.
Um, but if you were to book a shoot with me, it's just automatic confidentiality
Okay.
is priority.
Mhm.
I don't tell people who my clients are. I don't share the photos with anybody. I don't, you know what I mean? So unless there's a photo release that comes with it, I've even asked people, sometimes they'll be like, oh my God, I love my photos. You can post some of them. Sometimes I'll ask, no pressure, but I
Right.
love these couple of shots. Can I post them?
Mhm.
A lot of people don't have a problem with it. It's because
Okay.
they're classy. They're not over uh over modest, I guess.
Okay.
They're
Someone that's just too confident.
yeah.
Okay. When did you realize that a camera can be a healing tool? for people and not just a job for you? Like, when did you realize that being behind the camera is giving you power? Because you, like you said, you left your long-term job
Yeah.
and decided to do this. So when did you realize that the camera can help both yourself and the person on the other side of the camera?
I think it was very early on when I started doing when I really started to formulate my process. I think that's when things started to really come together and make sense for me. I would do these consultations, give a client the option to book, come in, meet me, see the studio, check out the pricing, check out what I'm offering, and then make a decision. There's no pressure, just consults are free. That would be the first one. The second one was when we would do the reveal, because I would learn a lot about people when I do the consult. I'd learn a lot about how they felt about themselves. I would learn a lot about how they want to feel about themselves. And then I would and then I would kind of like formulate a like a dialect that goes back and forth, like, hey, like suggestions and things like that, and what they wanted for the shoot. So during the reveal, a couple of things happened during the reveal that made me realize people were being affected by it. Like, I remember one time a woman came in, she had only brought enough money to buy 10 images because she felt in her gut that she wasn't going to like them anyway. Now, when I meet somebody like that, those are the kinds of people that sometimes have a lot of body issues. No matter what you shoot or how you shoot, they're never happy. I've come across some of those people. And she came in with the notion that she was only going to buy a certain amount because she had to, because she needed something, Well, needless to say, she came in, she saw her reveal, her photo session, and she bought all the images. So she had to go back to the bank, take out more money, come back. And she was like, she was shocked that she liked them so much, that she loved the way she looked in a lot. Wow, I love a lot more than I thought I would, is another one that I hear all the time. I can't believe that's me. Is that really me? How did you touch it up? Because I try to do very minimal retouching. I try to do everything in camera. There's certain things, like if I have to remove like a light or, my wires or whatever, even a tattoo, I've removed tattoos just for the sake of, keeping for confidentiality. Maybe they didn't want their tattoo to be shown because they were going to be using it for something else. So I think it was very early on that I realized people were coming in and they felt differently about and that was the other thing. I made my my reveals that you could do the shoot, you just paid for the session fee, you do the shoot, you come back and you check out your images, and if you want to buy something, you buy it. And if you don't like your photos, you only paid for the experience, and you could be on your way. I've had 2 people in 11 years not buy their photos because of whatever budget reasons, or maybe they started paying and then they kind of disappeared. But yeah, I mean, I feel like it was, maybe I started healing early on, and yeah, I tend to rattle. Sorry.
No, it's all right. It's okay. How did you feel? How does it make you feel when you get an experience like the woman who saw the photo and couldn't believe it was her? That you took these pictures. How did that make you feel?
Well, it makes me feel great. I feel, like I've met the expectation and exceeded it. And I did what I set out to do, and that was to make them feel good, or make them realize that they have something, or that they are worthy of an experience, or that they're beautiful. Like, my catchphrase used to be your own kind of beautiful. I still use it, be your own kind of beautiful, but now I'm more or less like, I'm more on the be your own kind of vibe. Like, I like frequency, I like vibes, I like energy. Those words kind of really resonate with where my mindset is at these days. So I think I'm in the process of kind of changing that, be your own kind of vibe, and rock it. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things where I feel like people have to try it If you don't like it, you don't ever have to do it again.
Right.
You know? Yeah.
And it's good, like you mentioned the vibe. So when people come in and take pictures, right? Because I have like.
So I just want to say something real quick. So pictures and photographs to me are different. I want to tell
okay.
people. Pictures
All right.
I feel like are something you go to Walmart and J.C. Penney's to get, because, or the pictures that you take with your throwaway camera. I like to call what I do or what other artists do as photographs. I feel like
Okay.
that those are more of a higher end product, a higher end feeling, a elevated experience.
Yeah, I was
So
gonna say an
photographs,
experience.
right, versus pictures.
Okay.
So I remember when I was when I was learning how to market my business, this other photographer had said to me, well, because I don't even call my bundles, or what people call packages, I don't even call packages, I call them collections. He says, we package meat and we put it in the store. We don't package art. I was like, okay, collection it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's cool. It's like it makes sense, like
Yeah.
package me a collection. When people come in to get photographed, right? Or well, no, I don't get photographed. I think I did that once in my life. When I take pictures, when I pose, how about that? When I pose, I have 3 poses, right? Just you do the
Yeah. I'm always peace sign.
yeah,
Always.
those type. How do you get people? How do you know how to tell people which way to move your hand, like which way to move your head? Like, does that change the vibe and the energy, like the way you're moving in the shoot? And you
No,
have
I
to
feel
tell
like when
people.
I'm directing, because I'm really good at directing, I feel like I
Okay.
over the years I've mastered the art of directing, because
Okay.
I know what I want to see,
Okay.
and I know how to achieve that by just, lay your hand this way, and I'm not happy until I see it.
Okay.
So if I can, and they trust me in the process. I think
Right.
this is where we build the trust. So
Okay.
I just had a consult this morning, and she asked me, she says, I'm really nervous. Is it going to feel like that the whole time? I said, nope. I said, about 15 minutes into the session, you're going to be like, oh, this is what it's all about. Sure. Let's go. I think we were talking about the mindset that you come in and you think it's going to be a lot worse than it really winds up being,
Right.
or a lot scarier than it really is going to be, or winds up being. And it really changes people's perception. It changes the whole dynamic of the experience. So to me, that's important, building the trust.
Yes.
And telling them. I'll even show them the back of the camera when I see a few. Most of the time, I show them the whole roll. Like, here, let's see. I mean, we do it quickly. I'm like spinning through. They see a bunch of good shots, and oh my god, oh wow, and it's like, oh, this is the back of the camera. So I'm getting oh wows now.
Right.
I'm getting the oh wow after the edit. So it's yeah, it's a lot of fun.
So you also do weddings. You do the boudoir shots and you do weddings, and not even you probably just do any picture any photo, any photo
Photographs.
that someone asks you. It's probably not just weddings and boudoir, but you also do weddings.
Yep.
So how does that look? Because people also want a videographer.
Well, that's how my business started to evolve. I started off as shooting weddings only. Or not, I'm sorry, not only. Yeah, no, yeah, only weddings. I started off shooting weddings only. And I started because I really liked the idea of, like, I like romance. I like that old-fashioned romance. I like that that debonair kind of story. I like the stories that I get from the couples when they tell me how they met and how it came to be that they're getting married. So I kind of enjoy that stuff. I also enjoy, while I'm photographing, some of the things that, like the speeches. I've seen some really. I've even cried. I've even gotten emotional when I see a mother grab her son while they're dancing on the dance floor, and
So
she's
how do you catch
bawling.
those? Like, how do you catch those things that you can miss at the blink of an eye? It's like that perfect picture and you blink and you miss it. How do you catch those?
So, well, you just, as a wedding photographer, you just got to be there all the time. You're kind of, I don't spend a lot of time talking to people. I'm more of like the observer, like the introvert in the middle of an extroverted room. I'm the one that's kind of looking around, looking for people who are interacting with each other. I love the shots where you have a group of girls or whoever, group family, and they got the cell phone up in the air. I will go get them, grab them while they have the cell phone, because I like those candid moments where they're really happening. People are having fun, laughing.
Right.
So a lot of it's documentary, but then I do a lot of directing too. So it's not all just candids. People come in all the time. Can you shoot candids? Of course, it's a part of the collection.
Right.
But I will pull you and your groom to the side and set you guys up to have posed photos and portrait photos that you're gonna want for your wall at some point. So I get people wanting different things, but I kind of stick to my routine. And the video came later. I really enjoyed video. I really enjoy editing video more so than I enjoy editing photos as time has progressed. I think capturing video is more personal, and I do believe in my professional experience that that's where we're going in our society in terms of like an industry, video and moving photos and things that are, because video is kind of interactive. A lot of times a bride and a groom will come to me and they'll say, everybody tells me that I should get the package, or I'm sorry, the collection with the video in it. And I say, I always tell people you should opt for the video. Imagine, I did a family reunion once, where my family reunion every year, and I set up my video camera and I did interviews and I did.
That's cool.
Right. So I think that the year, actually, almost every year after that, someone that spoke on those stories on that video has passed. So I always tell people, when you don't have anything left of your loved ones, listening to them talk, listening to them breathe, listening to them, watching them move, I feel like is a real connection. Like there's one, my mother lost her sister many years ago. And she had this one, and this was what my mother's 65 or something like that. So she was born 1960. So when she was in her 20s and 30s, her sister had passed away, and she only had one. Now they didn't have the cell phones and the videos and the things that they have now.
Right.
And she only had this one recording that you had to put into a cassette, because remember when you were, if you had a phone and it had the machine, there was like a real tape that played.
The answering machine.
The answering machine. So, but she had her voice on there. She no longer has this tape. She has no idea where to find it or get it.
Oh, wow.
But you know what I mean? It was one of those things where it's like, oh man, I wish that I had something more than just the photograph of them.
Right.
I feel like people resonate better with loved ones that they might have lost along the way. When you have video. I always use that example, and it's like the biggest selling point.
That's great. Yeah.
So
So what do you do? Like when people, how do you convince people who they're curious about the price? How do you help them see that it's more valuable beyond the number? Because like you just said it, like people shy away from the price, but when you explain to them.
Yeah. Well, when I get people who, and I'm not in everybody's price range, I've had to accept that. There was a point in my life where I would meet everyone at their budget because I felt like being busy and having the work was what was important, or what was gonna really, what was gonna make me thrive, and that couldn't have been further from the truth. I was actually more stressed. I was overworked. I remember one year we did a wedding. We did weddings Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I had a triple wedding weekend, and it was a lot. I literally we had to come home. We had to empty our cameras. We had to go to bed, get some sleep, get up the next day. And
were they in the same area at least?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Like Andy's, New York. I don't know if you know where that is. But it was like an hour away. So each one was in New Jersey and then one was local. I mean, it
Okay.
worked out for the weekend, but I will never do that again. It was too stressful.
It sound. I know
Oh,
a planner. She's a party planner, and she had did my party, and she came up from North Carolina, and like they travel, like so. I can imagine. No, I couldn't imagine because I couldn't do it. I don't know
yeah.
how y'all do
Well,
it.
I mean, it's kind of like being at work for 8 hours. I don't, being on your feet, dealing with
Yeah.
people who talk back to you all the time, and maybe they don't listen or they just do what they want. But it was the kind of circling back to how I get them to see the value. If like I was saying that I'm not in everybody's budget, and I'm okay with that.
Mhm.
Um, and I'm okay with moving on from those people. If someone comes to my website and they don't already see the value in what they're investing in,
Mhm.
then sometimes having a further conversation, like what I had explained to you before, was the why would you want video? Why would
Right.
you want to do this? And I don't sell the video collection to just everybody. I ask
Okay.
them, what are your intentions? What do you want to do with this stuff later?
Right.
What do because if they have like, you're not going to buy a whole video collection for somebody who has a wedding for like 5 people, and maybe there's going to be no speeches, but I do customize those collections to kind of meet the needs of what their wedding actually consists of. It's not like they
Okay.
have to choose these things, and that's all their only option.
Mhm.
um, but if they don't see the value in that already, and the way my work comes across, but between the consults and the reveals and things like that, I'm okay if they don't hire me. Like, I just
Mhm.
feel like I trust the process. It's meant to
Right.
be. It wasn't,
That's the thing.
it wasn't for me.
Right.
I don't have to beg people to buy my work, like,
Absolutely. You
yeah,
sure don't. I mean,
yeah.
all they gotta do is go to your page. They can see your pictures. You don't. You know.
But people, as much as they love them, sometimes people will still, oh my God, that's just too much money.
But but they'll go to someone else and pay it.
Not even
That
that. Oh, I've had that happen before. I've had plenty
yeah.
of people, they would see my prices and they'd be like, yeah, or I get ghosted or whatever. And they come back. They'll come back and they'll say something like, oh, I just didn't like the other work. I just didn't like what they did. Or,
Mhm.
okay, I pass no judgment. I get it. Um,
Right.
the way I feel about it is, if if you can rationale going out and buying a $55,000 car and having, $1,000 pair of shoes, and go get lots of women these days going to get their hair done for 3 grand. I mean, a bride that I'm shooting a wedding for, she told me today that her hair is going to be $1,500
For
um,
hair?
for hair. So it's not unrealistic. I mean, I know it sounds a little crazy when you start throwing numbers out there, but an
Yeah.
investment on a house. I mean, I know somebody that just
That's a
grew.
house. That's that's a house. You're gonna live in that, and
Yeah,
or
but
you
maybe
can
not.
sell
I
it,
mean,
and you're
and
not gonna get
and
that money back for that hair. Like
no,
that's
no, but you will
but
take
the
a
photo.
boudoir experience
Yeah.
with you for the rest of your life.
Absolutely. Oh, so the hair was for the boudoir experience. It
No, no,
wasn't
no. It was for her wedding. She's
for
doing
her
that for
wedding.
her wedding. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Uh,
My hair and makeup doesn't cost that much. No.
uh, does that come up? That was a question I was going to ask you. How do you decide what people wear? Do they bring their own clothes? Do they bring their own
Well, that's part
hair?
of the consultation. So I
Okay.
have at the studio, I have a wardrobe, a
Okay.
client closet that I call it. And I have accumulated things over the years. I buy stuff from Shein, I buy stuff from Amazon, I buy stuff. I've even found vintage pieces in
Mhm.
garage sales that I use. Um, there's things in the studio that I don't share, like, I want everybody to bring their own underwear and things like that. But everything
Yeah.
gets um, dry cleaned and washed
Mhm.
afterwards. And they have the client closet, and then they have the ability to buy their own stuff. Some people come with their own stuff. Some people come with some of their own stuff and use some of
Mhm.
my stuff.
Right.
For a single session, you're going to do 3 wardrobe changes for the boudoir. So if nude is an outfit, I consider nude an outfit. Some people like the nude. And I don't
The
have to worry
nude color or just nude.
about nude, birthday
Oh,
suits.
okay.
Yeah.
Hey.
We're not photographing things like the hoo-ha or,
Oh,
you
yeah,
know,
it's just I mean, like they cover themselves with hands and different
right,
things like
hands,
that.
or I like fabrics. I'm big on texture. I'm
Mhm.
I'm big on textures, and I want to say patterns, but it really depends on the pattern. Like I hate plaid. I can't stand plaid. I hate when anybody wears plaid. I do. I can't. I hate it when they come, even with the consultation for engagement sessions. I hate when they come with plaid on. It just drives me crazy.
Really, I
I
love plaid.
do. There's just something about plaid that makes me, I hate it. But like neon colors too. Like
Oh,
I don't have anything. She asked me today, I have this neon piece. I said, scratch it. You're doing a bridal boudoir. Neon is the ugliest of the
it
ugliest.
really is.
I think so.
Oh,
I
I
think
don't
so. I'm
I
into
don't
those
know.
earthy tones, those natural
Yeah,
kind of,
those natural colors, those
yes,
yeah,
pastels, softness.
yeah.
I like the earthy
Yeah, I
tones.
love those the warm colors, you
Yeah,
know? Yeah. Fall colors.
all
Oh,
colors, exactly.
love it. Love it. In the day and age that people use their phones, right? They use a lot of phones and everybody has the digital. Like I have 17,000 pictures on my cell phone, right? How do you why is it important for people to have photos and the folio boxes in the digital world that we live in? I know I have my answer, but if you're selling like the photos and the what is it? The box, the
The box.
folio boxes. Why does that matter today? I'll tell you why it matters to me, but some people think I be doing too much all the time, with all my
Who
pictures.
cares? Who cares what they think? Be your own vibe,
I
Kanitha.
am. I'm in my own world. I really am.
So you tell me your answer first. I'm curious.
I love it because like the other day, my daughter-in-law asked me for pictures of my son and his brothers, right? Because I have pictures of my great grandmothers, and I just not too long ago got pictures of my 3 times great aunt from 1865. I believe she's a nun in nun garb, right? So to hold it, see, I'm a tangible person. I like to see and hold and touch.
Me too. I like that sensory.
Yeah, I
I
love it.
love the nostalgia feeling that
Yes.
from actually having the photographs. I love looking at old photographs of my family.
Yes. Yeah.
I actually started, I have a box. It's funny that you talk about, I do print, being a photographer. I do have prints over, like in around my house and things like that, that I ordered from like the sessions that I do with my kids or my grandkids and things like that.
Uh-huh.
Um, but to me, the printed, hi, Jasmine.
Pins. Yeah.
Mackenzie, I think Mackenzie Gadori, maybe.
It says
That's the only one I
pins.
think I can. Yeah. Well, hello. I'm actually surprised she came on. The tangible product. I exist. The message is you need to exist in photographs. Like
Mhm.
I'll tell you a story. I had a woman once come in for her boudoir, and her mother and her were telling me this story about their grandmother that
She said, yes, it's her.
yeah, hi. After she had passed, they came across these photos, this box of photos of her doing a boudoir session. So this was like
Grandma?
the grandmother when she was younger.
Oh,
So when she was
wow.
younger, they found this box after she passed away. They found this box of photos, these old photos, and they felt like they were proud of her. They said so many nice things about her in that moment,
Mhm.
that I thought were thoughtful,
Wow.
that she was brave, that she looked beautiful. I think that how many times have you looked back on photos of yourself when you were younger and thought, I felt in my head that I looked like shit.
Yes.
But
All the
when you
time.
look back now, it's like, oh my
Yeah.
God, what was I thinking? I wasn't fat.
Yes.
I wasn't, my
Right.
teeth weren't as crooked as I perceived them to be.
Right.
I see
Right.
it all the time where, oh my God, I look,
Like I wasn't fat. What was I thinking? Yeah.
so if you have these images, or whether you take them of yourself with your, because you can take nice selfies, you can take nice boudoir selfies. You don't even really need to come to a studio if you don't want to. You can take nice portrait selfies, and still love those images. I would print them for sure. I mean,
Mhm.
because maybe they won't be on the digitals. I've lost a couple of phones along the way, and I've lost some of those images
Right.
when I lose my phone or I lose my data. And we're so reliant on the phones and on our computers that I think my parents have so many photos stored in there, and I'm like, nobody prints them anymore. Remember those stupid books with the plastic and you put the photo in?
I have them.
I mean, I do, but
Right.
I haven't bought one in 10 years. I pretty much just print the photos, put them on my walls. I have a box that I keep of all the photographs, like my favorite ones.
Okay.
Just because, like, one day when I'm not around, I want my kids to be able to pull it out and be like, oh
Right.
gosh, like,
Yeah.
yeah,
I have so many pictures, like, and like I have them in a plastic bin. I have them in bags, and I also have them in the photo albums. The original, like back in the day when you would develop pictures and it would come in that little thing that says photos, that
yeah.
that little envelope. So I love pictures that I can hold and just look at and
I do
reminisce.
too. And some people don't give a shit. I mean, they really, they don't feel a connection to that, which is fine.
Right.
They feel the connection to their phone, but that's where I think a lot of people are getting lost. Like they miss the connection.
Yeah. Well, that's on them. We're gonna do I mean, people are gonna catch this after. So I don't pay attention to the numbers because they always go up after. But we're still gonna do a factor cap. We're gonna still do factor cap. Okay. Remember, I told you.
Yeah, you
Fact
told me.
or cap number one. Boudoir is only for one body type. Factor cap.
Cap. I mean, everybody can do it. Every body type is a candidate.
Right.
It's a starting point for somebody.
I
Kind of
used
like
I
going to the gym. You just got to do it.
yeah. I wish I had that just look at yourself and be like, you got it going on. I just wish I I wish I had that. I'm just
Well, maybe
not.
you need to make an appointment.
I'm too scared. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm too scared.
I get it.
I'm not there. Not there. Okay. You have to feel confident before you book. So
Cap.
before you book,
100% cap. I always tell people, you don't book because you're confident. You book to become confident.
hmm.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. See, you've been doing this so long. Like that's probably. But you always like this? Did you always feel this way
I don't
for
think
the most?
so. No, like I said, I used to hate how I looked. I was one of those girls that would look at myself. I'm fat. I'm disgusting. I had a baby when I was young, so I had
Yeah,
stretch
me
marks.
too. Right.
I had what we all have body. I feel like they're body issues. I think you just get to a point where you kind of understand the difference, your mindset,
Yeah.
and where you kind of train your brain
Yeah.
to go, instead of going, down the hill. You kind of go up the hill, and it's like, oh well, I can't change it. I'm just gonna have
Yeah.
to love it.
Yes.
You know.
I mean, I think I've gotten that with age. Now that I'm older, I'm like, you know
That
what? It
comes
is
with
what
age. I mean, the older I get, the less of a fuck I give. I'm
yeah, like
sorry.
who no, it's like
Thank you, Christina. You're beautiful
yeah, yeah.
too, girl.
Yes, she is. I mean, that smile. The older I get, I'm like, whatever. This is what it is. I'm like, I'm not getting nipped up. Whoever
No.
does it, that God bless them if that's what works for them. But
Yeah.
I'm like, we're not doing that.
There was a point in I once thought that I wanted to have a boob job because I wanted perfect boobs. I couldn't stand that. I had a baby when I was young. They sagged a little bit. and probably in my mind a lot of it, and it really wasn't as bad as I might have thought it was. But I've grown since then. I don't feel that way anymore. I don't want a
Right.
job. And I don't judge anybody who does it, because there's
Right.
lots of people out there who do it for different reasons.
Right.
I've had women who come in, they've had cancer and they just want to feel like a woman again. I want them to feel that way if that's what it takes.
Right.
I've never had cancer. I don't know what that is like. So I'm not trying to speak out of turn, or
Right.
or making it seem like I'm passing judgment. But for me, I got to a point where I just felt like it was more work than
Right.
it was worth for me.
And
And
who is it really
wasn't
for
there.
though?
What?
Most of the time though, why are you feeling this insecurity? For the Because the world makes it seem like you have to be perfect,
Right.
you know.
People say that they're doing it for themselves, but I don't
Yeah.
believe that. If you're
I don't
going
either.
to change your body,
Yeah.
I believe, my opinion, that you're doing it because you feel like you need to, like you need them to look at
Right.
you as perfect, or to
Yeah.
look at you as pretty, or she's got nice boobs, or
Yeah.
whatever. You know what I mean?
She has 6-pack abs. Yeah, like
Yeah.
I'm like,
If it
hello.
was for them, then the mindset would shift
Right.
before you did anything drastic. And again, I'm not talking about the people who are doing plastic surgery, because maybe I came across a TikTok once where a girl got bit by a dog and her face was a little not good, and she had to have some plastic surgery. Those things are
Right.
different.
Those are different.
I
It
feel
is.
like those are different circumstances. Those are different
Totally.
scenarios.
Right.
Yeah. So, but that's just my opinion. I
No, and I agree. I've seen pictures of women who's had double mastectomies, right? And they've done photos, and I commend them so much because they look beautiful. The only thing they're missing is that, and they show their scars.
yeah,
And
I
I'm
love.
like, yo, that right there, that is confidence.
I love scars. As a
Yeah.
matter of fact, I had a woman come in. She did, actually, that's this album here. She had a scar from here to here because when she was younger, she had to have open heart surgery.
Okay.
And when she first came to me, she's like, the only thing that makes me feel insecure is my scar.
Mhm.
Can you edit that out? And I said, I can, but I don't think you should. I think you should keep it there. I think you can still look sexy. I said, just trust me. If you really don't like them, and you really want to edit them out, at the end of the day, they're your photos. I'll edit them out.
Okay.
Well, she didn't, and she loved them. And I think she embraced those scars a little more, like accepting. I mean, they're there. I mean,
Because
I
of the
feel like those,
pictures, the
say it again.
photos.
Yeah.
Because of the photos.
Well, I think maybe validation, like
Okay.
affirming you're
Yeah.
still beautiful, even though you've got this going on, or you've got a
And
scar.
imperfection.
And imperfection.
We all have imperfections.
I love imperfections. To be honest, I think they are our greatest assets. We learn from them. We
Yeah.
grow from them. I definitely think it's worth exploring for sure.
Yeah. I I always say I want to get photos taken. I mean, like, even though, I take my selfies and all that because I have to,
Yeah, yeah.
but sometimes it's fun, but I say sometimes that I want to get photos taken, but I'm like, why? I'm like,
I mean,
why am I
when
doing this?
it doesn't always have to be boudoir either. It doesn't always have to
Yeah.
be.
I mean, just regular, but then
Yeah.
I see people get pictures taken like in fields filled with sunflowers and all of that. And for some reason, I want to do a winter shoot. I want to do a picture in the snow in all white because I have a picture
Yeah.
of me in the snow. And I had on a white puffer coat with the hood with the white fur around it. And it
Yeah.
was just something about that picture that was like, that is a nice picture.
Yeah.
Somebody took it with a camera. It's just like we were playing around or whatever. But I think I would want to do a
I've done
snow
snow shoots
shoot.
before.
You've done snow shoots?
Yes, I have. I've done a few snow sessions. Like,
Uh-huh.
actually, there's one that I post a lot on my Instagram page. This girl, I think it was in the middle of January, full blizzard. We had a blizzard, snowed, and I have a beautiful backyard. It has mountain view, sunsets back there. So when we had this storm, I messaged her. I said, "Hey, I got an opening. You want to shoot out in the snow?" Because she said she would, and we did. Excuse
It
me.
was perfect, right?
It was perfect. The snow was falling organically.
Yeah.
And I had this fur blanket that I have at the studio that she used to kind of cover herself with. So when you talked about the kind of like the white fur or the stuff around like a hood, it was fun. She did that. She was in her lingerie. She put her jacket on every
It
time.
was like a boudoir shoot in the. Oh,
Yep.
that's cold.
Yep. She was in her skivvies.
Okay.
That's
cool.
It was fun. She didn't lay in the snow or anything like that, but just having the snow surrounding her,
Yeah.
it was a nice shot.
Natural.
Yeah.
The natural beauty of the earth.
Yep.
It's really nice. Okay. Well, look, Miss Jasmine, it's 8:00. We didn't even get through everything. It's 8:00. I told you it was going to go fast. But for the listeners, the people that will be listening, please tell people how they can connect with you.
They can connect with me through my website, my Instagram, iShotstudios.com, or Facebook. I'm on TikTok. I'm kind of happy to be on all the platforms. The only ones I really don't do is like Snapchat. I think that's for the younger generation. A couple of other ones are out there that I don't really care about. But for the most part, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok are kind of like my key places. My website, iShot Studios, which by the way, the S is missing out of there.
Well, the people on the radio can't see it. So thank God. So you got iShot Studio boudoir.com.
Yep, iShotstudios.com, boudoir.com. And yeah, I mean, they can sign up for newsletters, any kind of promotions and stuff that I have going on. And I think that's it. I think that's Jasmine at iShotstudios.com is my email.
Okay. If they want to reach out to you and try to book something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or just do a free consult.
Just go to your page.
Yeah.
Go to your page.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Is there anything you want people to know? Any like final words you would like to tell people? Any encouraging words?
I think if I had to like, struggle is a choice. I really believe that. I mean, people struggle, and we struggle in here, not so much in the external outwardness of what's around us, but struggle is a choice. And I think that even though you can't control a lot of things, I believe that people have the power. They have more power than they think they do to become more than they think they can be. I can't say it enough that I when I was younger, I wish I knew then what I know now, because I would have just started doing it all then. But maybe I had to go through this process and grow and mature and become the woman that I am today, because of those things. I'm 45. Why couldn't I be enjoying this stuff when I was 25? And
I know, right? I'm like, if I would have known better, I would have done better.
I push my kids constantly. Go run a business. Go make your own money. Forget about working for other people. Work for yourself. You'll be happier. I feel like you'll be less stressed, trying to make somebody else money. But I do be your own kind of vibe. Like, seriously.
I mean, I give you much kudos for stepping out. When you stepped out and did what you did and became.
It was scary. I'm not even going to lie. Because my whole life I worked 2 and 3 jobs. I always had a job, 2 jobs, and sometimes 3. I was, always bringing in the cash. I was always the breadwinner. I was always the one out there hustling. And I
bet on yourself.
Bet on myself.
Bet on yourself.
Yeah. Now these days, I think because I've spent so much time healing and growing, I I'm in a wonderful relationship, a very healthy relationship with myself and with my partner.
Mhm.
He's a wonderful, wonderful person. Um, and he has helped me see things about myself that I like my own self doubts, because I still
Mhm.
have self doubts. I mean, as much as I talk about empowering and, uh, I can do this and I'm a strong woman, I still have doubts. I still wake up some days and I feel like, oh God, I look like shit, or oh my God, look at my stretch marks. But literally at the end of the day, I dismiss it, and it's like, I don't care enough to waste my energy going down a rabbit hole that I can't
Right.
change, or that I, can't do anything about.
Crazy, because I wasn't even gonna say this, but when you mentioned the stretch marks, I just really started embracing them. They're not bad, right? And I got 3 kids. But I realized I did something when my grandson was born, right? I always wanted a tattoo. Like, I see all your tattoos. I always wanted a tattoo, right? So I got my first one at I'm 50 2 years ago. Two years ago, I was 53. I got my first tattoo. But
Wow.
I know, and it took forever. And I always wanted to get my boys' names on me. 'Cause I said they're the only men I will put on my body, right? But I just got a simple one, my 2 grandkids' names, right? I just wanted, you can't really some
No, I see. Very pretty.
whatever. It says their names, but the location of it, I thought about it, right? When I take my hand and I put it crosses my heart, because
Oh,
those
I
are
like.
my babies, right? And
Yeah.
when I take this hand right here and wrap it around me, because there's a meaning for everything I do. It like touches my stretch marks. So I'm like, this is my world right here in a hug, you
Yeah.
know? So like that would be the bomb photo right there. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, because
Well, I
that's
mean, and you're giving yourself ideas. So
yeah, like that right there. So yeah, embrace those. This isn't an imperfection. I did this myself. Well, I didn't do it. I went and got it done, but like the stretch marks and stuff like that. So yeah, that's something I could have said that I like. So thank you, Jazz. I appreciate that. I appreciate you so
I
much
appreciate you. Thank you for
for
having.
absolutely. We got to do it again, but we got to have pictures. Maybe we'll do it in person so you can show pictures and show what you do and all that good stuff. People need to go to your page, go to iShot Studios Facebook and
Well, I'm Jasmine Lynn on Facebook. I do
Jasmine.
have
See, I have the iShot on Facebook. No, I
I
do have the Jasmine Lynn on
Yeah, yeah.
Facebook.
I mean, that's like your central page, and then you have like your little pages, like your wedding page, and then your boudoir page. You know what I mean? Like you have your main page, who you
Mhm.
are, and then you
Right.
make your little
Your
business page.
business page.
Yeah.
So they can go there and look at your photos. Your pictures are amazing. Like
Thank you.
I was watching them and your videos, your behind the scene videos and all that. So they can go
I
in and get
appreciate
a idea of who you are and what you do and those boudoir shots. Couple of them were a little risque. I said, oh, okay. But there was one of a much elderly woman. I was like, that's bold right there.
Yeah, I've
Like,
had the oldest woman that I've had come in and shoot with me so far is she was 76.
okay,
76. She was turning 76, and
okay,
was doing it for her birthday, and yeah, I mean, she had a lot of fun. Then she bought a
okay.
box,
You
and
make people have fun and you
I
make
want
people
them to
feel
have fun. I
comfortable.
want them to feel good. I want them to feel, like I'll just give you a quick example. The consultation that I did this morning, when I asked my questions, how do you want to feel afterwards? And the 3 words she gave me were confidence, empowered, and appreciated. She wants to appreciate her body
Appreciate.
more. She wanted to
Yeah.
feel more empowered, and she wanted to feel confident. So, like I said, people don't come because they're confident. They come to get it.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna have to dig deeper. And I may have to eventually one day, maybe for my 56th birthday, do a shoot.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's gonna take that long for me to build up the confidence. So all right. Well, thank you so much. Listen, everybody, share this this show with your friends, so you can go book Jasmine, get all your pictures, videos taken care of, confidence building. It's like a therapy session. You might as well get it all in one shot.
Yeah.
Catch Tea Time with Bunky every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Next week's show, it's gonna be oh my god, I forgot his name. Oh my god. The young man passed away, overdosed, and his mother is coming on. She
Oh.
has a whole she has this fun, not a fundraiser thing, but this page, and she speaks out, and it's really good. I bought the book before this young man died. He wrote a letter to God.
Oh, that's deep.
It's real deep. So that's next week. So I got to mentally prepare for that, get all that out. So make sure you tune in next Thursday, 7 p.m. YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. I appreciate you all so much. Have a wonderful, wonderful night. Catch you next week.
Thank you. You guys
You're
have a good
welcome.
day.
See you at the gym eventually.
I'll see you at the gym.
Okay.